Ceremony sponsored by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce and the Hollywood Historic Trust.
Where's Neil?
We are delighted today to honor one of the world's most popular bands. And if there were ever any doubt, I think our audience today dispels that. You are definitely one of the most enthusiastic crowds we've had in a very long time at a Walk of Fame ceremony. So congratulations. Today we honor Rush, represented by Geddy and Alex. As they are honored with the 2,412th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's right, 2412. Now before I bring our honorees to the stage, let me kind of list some of their many accomplishments. I know you know all of this, but we're going to repeat it. Rush is without question one of the most inventive and compelling groups in rock history.
That's right!
Equally famed for both its virtuoso musicianship and provocative songwriting. The honor comes as the progressive rock trio comprised of bassist frontman Geddy Lee, guitarist Alex Lifeson, and drummer Neil Peart gear up for their North American Time Machine tour. They are also pre-releasing 2 new songs, Caravan and BU2B. And that will be from their forthcoming 20th studio album, Clockwork Angels, due next spring. For that. Now, Rush's enduring pop culture relevance is perhaps best evidenced by a pair of high-profile appearances which they made. A rare national television performance and interview on Comedy Central's The Colbert Report back in 2008, which was the band's first TV appearance since 1975, as well as a pivotal role in the storyline of the 2009 hit comedy I Love You Man, Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, and the band made a memorable cameo in that film. Now, beginning with their self-titled debut album in 1974, their extraordinary body of work, which includes such formidable albums as 2112, Moving Pictures, and Test for Echo. The latest studio album, Snakes and Arrows, made a triumphant debut on the Billboard 200 upon its initial release in 2007. That's right, I got that wrong, didn't I? All right, entering the chart in the number 3 spot. The album's success marked Rush's highest chart debut since 1993, as well as the group's 11th, now get this, their 11th top 10 album in the U.S. And get this, Rush has sold more than 40 million albums worldwide. And they garnered untold legions of, as you know this, untold legions of devoted and admiring fans. And get this, according to the RIAA, Rush's sales statistics recently moved from 4th to 3rd behind the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Consecutive gold or platinum studio albums by a rock band. Pretty impressive. Some of their most popular songs include The Spirit of Radio, Tom Sawyer, Limelight, Closer to the Heart, YYZ, Working Man, and Subdivision. Rush has also won a number of Juno Awards, been nominated for multiple Grammy Awards, was inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 1994. bestowed the Order of Canada in 1997. And earlier this year, they received Canada's Songwriting Hall of Fame Award. Consistently celebrated and respected worldwide, Rush is the most successful Canadian rock band of all time. And they remain one of the biggest grossing arena rock bands ever. All right. A special limited engagement, big screen release of the documentary Rush Beyond the Lighted Stage opened worldwide on June 10th. The film, which follows the band's 40-plus years career, premiered this past April at the 2010 Tribeca Film Festival. And it won the coveted Audience Award there. And for all of you fans here today, the film is slated for release on DVD and Blu-ray in the U.S. on June 29th, and today only there will be a special screening of the documentary at Mann's Chinese 6 just down the street. Former radio personality at WMMS Cleveland, where Rush received their first airplay with Working Man. Please welcome Donna Halper.
Thank you. So, are there any Rush fans here? I was raised to believe that values like ethics and loyalty matter. And the story of my friendship with Rush involves both. In 1974, when I was the music director at WMMS in Cleveland, a Canadian record promoter named Bob Roper sent me an album that would go on to change my life. It was a band called Rush, and even though his label had refused to sign them, he wanted me to give them a listen. I did, and as most Rush fans know, I was impressed. WMMS began playing Working Man along with several other songs from the album, and soon other stations were playing Rush too. By the summer of 1974, they had a U.S. recording contract. I liked the members of Rush from the beginning. I found them very sincere and down to earth. Of course they wanted to become famous. What rock band didn't? But they were not just in it for the money. They took pride in their music. In those days, I was sort of a big sister to them. But as time passed, they became the confident, professional, and very successful band we all know, and they didn't need a big sister. They could have forgotten me at that point, since my contributions to their career were no longer essential. But as I said, this is about ethics and loyalty. For the past 37 years, we have kept in touch. I've defended them when critics were dismissing. And in return, they've never forgotten that I was there for them in the formative years of their career. And now I have the privilege to see their work as musicians rewarded with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I stand here today speaking not just for myself, but for millions of fans, all of whom want me to say thank you. There's the guy in Japan who learned English so he could better appreciate the lyrics of Rush songs. I've heard similar stories from fans in Chile, Brazil, Finland, Israel, Mexico, and elsewhere. There are entire Rush families, baby boomers who introduced their kids to Rush, and now they all attend concerts together. Rush fans are liberals, conservatives, people of faith, secular humanists, but their loyalty to Rush is something they all share. For nearly 4 decades, the members of Rush have remained true to themselves and true to their music. They've never allowed success to spoil them. They've never lost their integrity. And in a world where it often seems the good guys never win, Rush are living proof that sometimes good people do finish first.